A 3-touchdown victory, and we're never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is fielded at the goal line. First carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be taken down right around the 27.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offside. Easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, landed.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means if I want to run it inside, if you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Detroit! Detroit! 3 down. Set!
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the 1st down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. It turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that 3rd down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. Threw the little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the 1st down, though. And you're right. That opening drive, keep those chains moving.
Two 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
1st down, Mayfield. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. The starters on the defensive side of the ball for Miami. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Mayfield on play action. And he's got his man. That's Landry. 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Open man is Amari Darboh, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 1st down, Drake. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. He dumps it off to Drake. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, We just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter and continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time?
They were really good on the last drive. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got that one complete to Darboh. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. That's complete to Darboh. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Set, 30. Do. Hey.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Brandon Graham in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On second down, Mayfield again. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Gone. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Mayfield on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Green 39.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Sideline throw, that's caught by Landry. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Detroit! All right, here we go. Boom.
On second down, Johnson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go now. Green 39.
And now we've got
Green
flags
39.
down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
False start. Offense.
That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler, first-round pick back in 2012. That false start knocks him back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, first and goal.
Now let's go. Blue line.
From the gun, Mayfield dumping it off for Johnson. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
That's complete, right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Now let's go. 3.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. They go play action here on first down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
20.
2nd and 10. Tannehill once more. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Tannehill on first down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Tannehill now to throw, and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away, and it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. To the air again, Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Jakeem Grant now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Back to the air. Tannehill on 2nd down. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And he rifles one incomplete. Amara Darboh, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Hey, 20.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Again, Tannehill. And he's got his man. It's Darboh. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
4 down. Set. Ready. Go.
Tannehill on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. That's taken on the 25. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitz often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Mayfield now on second down. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now let's go.
They pitch it out to Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Duke Johnson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And out come the Dolphins now. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that...
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jordan Hicks coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On second down, here's Tannehill. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
80, 50, 50. Shit. There you go, Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Check. Run to the hunt.
Third and long, it's Tannehill. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Give him 30 yards there.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there, a 22.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here we go now.
Third and short yardage, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over it. His leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Hey. 4 down.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. That's complete to Darboh. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. On 3rd and 2, Hogan. He goes underneath the Drake. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Detroit! We got gun! Hot!
Throwing on first down. Hogan. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Off the play fake. Hogan. And he comes back with one complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Hogan now. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Hogan. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. On first down, Hogan. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw again. Hogan keeps himself upright. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Detroit!
From the gun, Hogan. He dumps it off to Drake. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Check that. We're going Mike 52 right now.
Off play action. Hogan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
Yeah, exciting for us because we get to talk about it, and, you know, at the end of the day, 6 teams are going to go from each conference, and guess what? We're going to have a playoff. But nerve-wracking for all the people involved, all the teams, because their goal is to get there. And anything less than that makes the season a disappointment. So they've got to be primed now for a big finish to their season.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. There he goes again. There goes Duke Johnson. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Browns continue to roll. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Hogan. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Brandon Graham in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And Amendola with a catch. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On 1st and 10, Hogan. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Here we go. We got 4. Detroit!
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Coverage there by Brian Body Calhoun.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. Back to throw. Hogan. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hogan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Hogan on the right side. Open is Gesicki. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers? It's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory.
And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
They go to Johnson again. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. As they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain.